Just because you and your grandmother think your mobile app idea is a good one doesn't mean that it provides the best solution. Hey there, my name is Lainey King, and I'm the founder of Roadmap to App, where we help small businesses affordably develop successful mobile apps. Today, guys, what we are going to be talking about is question number 2 in the first module of the Roadmap to App guidebook, called Refine Your Mobile App Idea. So in case you're just coming on and you haven't tuned in to the first question that we published last week, we are taking you through the entire Roadmap to App guidebook, which is a 70-page guidebook that my husband Ryan King and I wrote last year. Based on the framework that we use to bring our successful mobile app to life from start to finish. So we take you through refining your idea, designing your idea, developing your idea affordably, and then of course our 7-step strategy for a successful launch. Ryan and I decided last year to write this guidebook because we had worked with a lot of people over the years since 2017, since we successfully launched our mobile app, who had questions like, how on earth did y'all go from idea to mobile app? Y'all don't have computer science backgrounds. I know you didn't code your own app, Lainey. How did you bring it to life? How did you design it? How did you get it developed? And how on earth did you get hundreds of thousands of downloads for your mobile app, quit your job, and now operate and run the mobile app full time because it replaced your salary? So last year during quarantine, I'll be honest with you, we had the idea, let's create this guidebook. We wrote it, put it for sale at our website at roadmap2app.com. And now we've decided, in an effort to set you guys up for 2022, in these last 100 days of 2021, we are walking you through the entire guidebook, okay? Now, we're only going to get through Module 1 and maybe some of Module 2 before the new year, but that's okay, because Module 1 basically is going to help you write a business plan for your mobile app. Because, like we always tell our clients, treating your app like a business from day one was one of the secrets to our success. We did not have computer science backgrounds, but I do have a business background. So we teach you how to do things like define the problem that your mobile app is solving, come up with the absolute best solution so that your app is downloaded the most. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Do a competitive analysis on any other apps that are out there. Name your app properly. Figure out how on earth you're going to monetize this, right? How are you going to make money with the app? Figure out how you're going to fund it. All those business fundamentals we cover in this Module 1, Refine Your Mobile App Idea phase. So today, we're talking about question number 2, okay? So let's jump in. Question 2 is this: what solution will your mobile app provide for this mass market problem that you've identified in question 1 in last week's video? And is it the best solution? Every successful mobile app out there in the App Store, the successful ones, not everyone in the App Store, the successful ones provide the best solution to the problem that they're solving, okay? Those are the ones that get downloaded the most. You can have 5 or 6 competitors in your industry in the App Store, and if yours provides the best solution, they're irrelevant. They're not going to get downloaded. Yours is. So how do we become that best solution? It's a pretty simple answer. Some people say, duh, why is this new news, Lainey? Everyone already knows this, but I'm here to tell you they don't. I know firsthand, after being in business for a year and all the clients that we've worked with, people do not think to validate their idea by interviewing potential users. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. They think that they know best, that their solution in their mind is the best. Because I have this problem, so here's what I would do to solve it. So surely that's what the world wants as well, right? Not always the case, guys. What we see the most often is that entrepreneurs identify a problem, and then what they try to do is put every feature you could ever think of in your life into the first version of their mobile app to solve the problem. They overcomplicate things. A user then downloads the app and they are so overwhelmed by all the different choices they have, all the different features, all the different functionality, they don't even know where to start. And so they close the app and delete it and say, okay, well, I don't know what the heck that's for, but I'm not using it. Whereas if they would have interviewed potential users, found out exactly what they were looking for, and just included those features in the app, they'd get a lot of downloads, okay? Sounds simple. People don't do it. I want you to take a step back, not be self-righteous in this process and think that you have all the answers, and really take this advice and interview using these 5 validation methods. Ready? Number 1, super simple. We all have social media accounts. I want you to go on social media and you don't have to say, hey everyone, I have this idea for a mobile app and here's exactly what it's going to do. Does anyone want to steal it? No, that's not what we're saying. But I'll give you an example of what we did to validate our idea for the crawfish app on social media. And yes, that's right. If you're not from the South, I realize it sounds absurd that we have an app called the crawfish app, but crawfish have their own season here. They're very popular, and our app actually shows users where they can buy live and boiled crawfish in their area and what the prices are, as well as the reviews of their crawfish, okay? So we took to social media and we said, when we had our idea, why isn't there an app for crawfish out there? Like, why do we still have to call all of our favorite seafood restaurants every weekend to find out, because the prices change every weekend, to find out the new prices? This is crazy in South Louisiana. And don't you know, sure enough, got over 100 likes. Everybody was like, yeah, I can't believe, I heard this guy tried to do it. There might be an app that can kind of do this. Yeah, I wish someone would come up with that. Now, if we had heard crickets and no one had said anything, we would have thought, well, maybe there's a reason this app doesn't exist because nobody wants it, right? But that feedback told us, okay, we're on to something. So now let's move on to the second thing that we can do. We want you to post on an online forum in the industry that your mobile app is in. So I suppose we can stick to the crawfish app. If we go on a crawfish farmers forum and we say, how do you guys currently get your prices out? Or, how do your customers know your prices? They would say, oh, well, we write them on the chalkboard, or, oh, every now and then we post to our Facebook page, or we have a yard sign. I mean, that right there tells us this is definitely a problem, and we definitely will create a solution to this. Hey guys, can y'all think of any other way that would help you get your prices out? Can you think of a better way that you'd love to market your crawfish? And do you know, when we did this, several crawfish vendors said, well, I just can't believe no one's come up with a mobile app for this yet, or why isn't there a website for this? Bingo, okay? It works in any industry. Find a forum in your mobile apps industry and ask people what they want. You will get the answers. It's amazing. Number 3, meet with a mentor. If you do none of the other ones, please meet with a mentor. Meet with someone who has either already created a mobile app or is just an expert in that industry that you're trying to create your app in, and really get their advice on, what do you think is the best solution for this problem? I can tell you that back before we started this business and we just, would meet with friends and family and referrals in our spare time, within 10 minutes of someone showing us, here's my idea, here's kind of some sketches I've put together, what do y'all think? We could immediately identify the issues with what they've done. Or we could immediately say, wow, you're right, that is a huge problem. The only other app that exists out there right now does this, but you're right, it would be so much better if it did what you're suggesting. Either way, meeting with a mentor and getting their feedback, so huge. It'll save you so much time and money, okay? Please meet with a mentor. Number 4, these have been far and few between thanks to the recent pandemic, but anytime you hear about an idea workshop, an entrepreneur event, something where, creative minds are going to brainstorm, attend those events. Again, you don't have to give your entire idea away, but run it by some people and get their feedback. And lastly, all right, well, this might rival number 3 for most important. Interview friends, family, and potential users. Please do not interview your mom and dad and grandma, like I said, and everyone who's going to say, oh, yes, that's a wonderful idea. No, get with some real potential users of your app. Recently I've had a client, I can't talk about the details because I'm under an NDA, but I was so excited to meet with them for the first time. And they said, Lainey, we have interviewed 40 potential users of our app, and here's what we documented. Here's what they said they wanted. Oh, it was like the heavens parted, y'all. That's what everyone needs to do. I was so excited. They had actually taken a business class prior to meeting with me, and the business instructor had said, you better go and do some R&D and interview some potential users. So it wasn't completely their own idea. Nonetheless, they had done the work, and now I could see that this was not, a lot of it was their idea, the features and functionality, but a lot of things that they're putting into the app came straight from the source who said, I would download your app if it had these features. Okay? So once we have validated our idea for the solution to our app, we need to write it down. Okay? I want you to write down all the features that you think will provide the solution to this problem that we identified last week so that nothing gets left out once we move on to the design phase. Okay? We are going to write down what solution our app will provide, the overall solution, and here are the features that we think will make this app unbelievably in demand to where people will not be able to help themselves again, but download it and tell all their friends about it, right? Because it's going to provide the best solution, which means it will get downloaded the most. Okay, got it? All right, y'all, next week, we are going to be moving on to question 3. So far we've identified the problem. We've identified the solution that's going to be the best fit to that problem. We've interviewed some potential users. We've hopped on a forum. We've maybe posted to social media. We've set up a meeting with a mentor who's going to give us their feedback. And now we're going to be doing a competitive analysis next week. Okay, we're going to look at our competition out there. And we're going to figure out what we're going to do different so that potential users download our app and not theirs. Sounds good? All right. In the meantime, feel free to get more information at our website, roadmap2app.com. Our guidebook includes all sorts of bonuses that I'm not discussing over these videos because if you want the full experience, you have to pay for it, right? But hopefully this information is valuable enough since, it's free. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.